And the whole point of this is to share a few things, things that I like to say, I wish I would have known then that I know now, and had I applied them in the beginning, I'd be maybe in a whole different place, but you learn them eventually. And there's a lot of wisdom and nuggets in these things. And so you've got a number of them that I'm excited to have you share. So why don't we start from the top? And, one of the things you mentioned with me was just this learning about the difference between the corporate world and the entrepreneurial world. And what have you learned in particular?
My line is, you can take the girl out of the corporate, but you can't take the corporate out of the girl, and it's very true. And so as I joined in running a company, also moving from a marketing functional lead into president,
Sure.
which I take very seriously, different running the organization. A couple of things that were very different. One is the bias for action. On the corporate side, I'm really good at strategic planning and long-term planning,
Sure.
and you plan, and then you do. The bias for action here is, what I found, you take an action, you do, then you adjust, and then maybe the plan. Doesn't mean you don't have good business rationale for what you're
Sure,
doing, but
sure.
but certainly you move faster. I think the other thing is there's no air cover. So when I was on the other organizations, my teams were larger.
Sure.
So if you had one person depart, you had some other individuals who might be able to pick up some of the slack, and we're fairly lean, as most companies are. And so what I learned there is you make sure you build the bench and make sure you have qualified individuals that can step in
Some gold in there.
into your key roles before somebody does a trit, as they say. And I think the other thing is that 80% is good enough, and I don't mean that we don't make really good decisions,
Right.
but the risk is lower, and you can adapt much more quickly. So take an action, see if it works. Don't need a 5-year plan to make sure that it's going to work. Give it a try, adjust if it doesn't, and go from there.